Well, we all know the Muslim world is rampant with censorship, and even in Europe, hate speech laws put a limit on opinions. But here in the United States, Donald Trump says he wants to rewrite libel laws to sue media critics, and campus political orthodoxy comes down very hard on dissident minds. Should we be worried about the freedom of speech in our country? Well, there's no one better to ask than Flemming Rose. He's a Danish journalist and author of The Tyranny of Silence. Welcome to the show, Flemming. Good to see you.
Thanks a lot.
You're also going to receive the 2016 Milton Friedman Prize for Advancing Liberty tonight, and I will see you accept that prize. Very exciting. So you had a contest in 2005 where people were asked to draw pictures of the Prophet Muhammad, which made you a very unpopular person in Islam. Have you ever regretted that contest?
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't a contest, in fact. There was a problem with self-censorship, and to find out if self-censorship, in fact, takes place or not, and to have a debate about that, I invited cartoonists to draw Muhammad as they see him.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect, this kind of controversy, but 4 months later it all erupted in the Middle East, and the rest is history. No, I don't regret it, because it made sense from a journalistic point of view. You hear about a problem, and you want to find out if it's true or not. And instead of asking people, I invited them to show their relationship to this issue.
But you have very few allies in Europe when it comes to free speech of this variety. The editors and artists at Charlie Hebdo were some of the brave people who were also doing the same thing. Did you ever imagine, as they were releasing their interpretations of Muhammad, that it would end in such a horrific and deadly way in Paris?
No. Well, I would say later, when this happened in Paris, it was in fact the worst day ever for me, at my job. I was shocked because some of them were in fact my friends. I worked with some of them, but it didn't come as a surprise in 2015, because at that point we had been living with death threats, foil terrorist attacks, fire bombings, and so on and so forth for several years. So it didn't come as a surprise, but of course I was shocked and very sad about what happened to my friends in Paris.
Yeah, no, you see the deadly consequences of fighting for free speech, and many in the media condemned Charlie Hebdo even after the horrific murders. Let's talk about this country a little bit, because I worry about the state of free speech under people like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. They both said that they would clamp down on the internet and free expression, and that, to paraphrase, Americans value the First Amendment too highly. Do you think we're in for a rough go for free speech in this country?
Yes, I do think so. And I think with globalization and the digital world, the United States cannot cut itself off from the rest of the world. And the rest of the world will put pressure on the United States to enforce new limits on freedom of expression. You've already seen that with Facebook in Germany. Zuckerman was told to enforce new rules for Facebook in Germany to fight hate speech. So now a German judge can close down a Facebook site, or even not a judge, just an administrator can close down a Facebook site in Germany without asking a judge. It's all about, this growing diversity and a sense of the individual as very vulnerable. So we have to protect the individual against all kinds of speech. And I think it's very wrong. I mean, people are grown-ups, and I don't think that any public opinion or any politician should have a right to determine what kind of speech we should be allowed to listen to or not listen to.
Or single-handedly determine what is offensive.
Exactly. It's very individual. From individual to individual, from town to town, from family to family. There is no objective definition of causing offense. And
that's why people like you have to inspire people like me and others to keep fighting for free speech in this country and abroad, because it is of the utmost importance. Congratulations on your award. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Nice to be here.
Nice to see you. Excellent.